Like these are the qualities and this is like the culture of what you're walking into.
What do you think, Bergs?
I mean, I'm with you on that, Torn. I think that's really true. I'm just thinking back on situations I've been in where I catch myself looking around the room to see if everyone else is kind of on the same page. And if there's disruption in that connection, then I will often question it more, which questioning is good to do, but it's also, as young men, we're all craving community and like a solid one, something that I actually can integrate into my life. And I think when men are going online, there's so much different stuff getting thrown at them that there's not one solid baseline way to operate. I mean, if you wanted to test it yourself, you go on Instagram, you scroll through, you're going to see like 9 different messages in a row about different things to do. And you're not really able to integrate one very well. You're trying all these different ones. And so the importance of going back to your 4 pillars, Ben, you talked about the importance of acceptance is to be able to accept one of those into your life and have the discipline to let that unfold completely. So if say Torrin wanted to fully accept that I would say as his older brother, hey dude, you know, like, let's just say a weird example, like, hey, you're going to graduate in a couple years. This is what I think you might need to look into and develop it within yourself as a man before you graduate, because it's what I wish I would have done. You can decide if you want to fully accept that into yourself and give that a good go. Because in that process, you can also develop, that actually doesn't click for me. And that's just such a healthy way to grow as a young man, rather than just to be like shallow about 9 or 10 different things, when you can try to dig into one. And that journey of like going deep into something, you learn so much. And then you can come back out whether you wanted it or not. But, just kind of tying this back to what you were saying, Torn, it's hard for guys the same age to give each other support and healthy criticism. But I also think it's hard because it's very necessary. And that's how you grow as friends and brothers. Because think back when me and Torn were in the house, like there's, we're super close, and our older brother Derek, but there was also a lot of healthy confrontation between us where Torn would, like even physically, like Torn yeeted a lacrosse stick and hit me straight in the face. And I, I wasn't like, hey, like, maybe don't do that. I was like, I'm coming after you. And then, but later on, this is just a funny example, but it's such a raw example. It's like it's all emotion, no brain, and that's when you can integrate the brain, it's so much more successful. But Torn and I have such a good relationship that confrontation was okay. And it was because I was like, hey, I don't like that. Don't do that. Torn was like, oh, crap. And then we got over it, and it's not like a situation where if I was constantly just being angry at Torn, constantly putting him down, never supporting him, that situation would have deepened the disparity between us. So that's
Yeah.
just I think, trying to tie it back without getting too wordy, Ben, it's like that sort of acceptance is so important to accept. But I think the crucial part is to be able to trust first, because that creates the safety to grow, And so it's hard to tell a young man like, hey, go find somebody you trust, because I know there's some people that don't feel that way. And that's, I think, why Aventure exists, is because we're trying to create that space for men that don't have it quite yet. But it's out there and you can find it, whether that's in a men's group, something you're interested in, go find a mentor there. There's plenty of men waiting to be a mentor to somebody. And so that's a key part of this, is just kind of putting yourself in positions to be mentored, rather than trying to do it all by yourself, or learn via Instagram feed, because it's difficult.